What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. I hope everyone is doing well. I am going to keep off camera a little bit today. I'm trying something new. Mostly because I don't feel like putting on makeup, and I think maybe I'd be able to channel a little bit better. So we're going to see. I'm going to go through all 12 signs. Channel a few messages and go from there, starting with the sign of Libra. Messages for the sign of Libra. Okay, so what came up for you guys was some kind of offer that's going to be given to you. Someone maybe wants to take you out. Maybe someone wants to go on a date, you know, get you flowers, that type of thing. The energy is definitely here. It could be with a Cancer. Either you guys are with this person, or maybe it's just someone like in the back of your mind. I feel like the energy is here, but it's a little bit immature. I feel like one of you guys could be more emotionally mature than the other person. So you're having a hard time kind of taming this energy, even though the feelings are here. Maybe there's some old things, you know, that could be at play for some of you guys. If your skin is kind of breaking out or things like that, there could be some kind of toxic buildup in your liver, so maybe do like a liver cleanse. I did see quite a few different ones on Amazon for not that much. They weren't that much to get. So some of you guys, there's definitely back pain here. Some of you guys are just doing a lot. Maybe you feel like there's a lot on your plate. Maybe you feel like it's not easy for you to talk about, or like maybe it's something where this is like your forte where you can communicate, but the communication from this other person comes off in the other way. I feel like especially if you're dealing with a water sign, it takes a long time to like level with water, just because we think about things really differently. Like, we're so emotional, we have emotion behind everything that we do, and sometimes it's not healthy. Sometimes it looks like we're lashing out. Sometimes we don't talk at all. People deal with things in a different way, where you guys would rather have that conversation, like, how can we work this out? What can we do moving forward? And I think that maybe what you need to know is that you guys are kind of like on the same level. Someone thinks that you're very funny. Someone thinks that you're patient with them. They appreciate that. Or maybe this is something that they never told you. It could be that too. Just depends on whatever your situation is. You're very good at figuring out how to move things forward, but it's okay sometimes, especially when you're really stressed out, to tap into your emotional side, because we all have it. And if you're going to be in relationships, in social settings, in whatever the case may be, like, we have to learn a way to bridge the gap between friendships and lovers and friends and whatever, because I think you guys have an open mind enough to communicate with many different kinds of people, but it's also like maybe this person is hard to talk to sometimes because they keep things to themselves, or there could be health issues for some. It's just like there's some roadblocks here, but it's not like you guys aren't on the same page. There also could be some children involved. Maybe just different drama along that line. I do feel like you guys have really good potential in whatever it is that you're doing, but I see that a lot right now is surrounded by emotions, and it could be, like I said, you or another person. What are the messages for the sign of Aries? Some of you guys could be dealing with someone who maybe you're worried about the whole stepfather thing, if it could work out. You know, I feel like you guys could. I feel like this person is open to it. I feel like this person is more understanding than you give them credit for, or vice versa. Maybe it's just not something that is talked about. Somebody, what is it? Somebody's thighs or what? So you like their thighs? I feel like there just hasn't really been a communication about something for whatever reason. Someone is really stressed out, maybe insomnia, not sleeping, could be an air sign that you're dealing with. But I also feel like maybe someone's job or like overall routine and health has kind of been offset for whatever reason. And for some of you guys, there could be some issues with your liver. For some of you guys, there's a infection somewhere else that needs to be looked into. Maybe you're not feeling very well. Could be your lady parts, male parts, whatever the case may be. But that also affects, you know, how we deal with things if you're not feeling well and not sleeping. Some of you guys could be going to some type of celebration. I see lots of drinking, maybe at the beach. I do feel like there's something on your car that needs to be maybe a tune-up, something electrical maybe with your headlights as well. But also like, so what kind of harness? So if you're having problems with your like a sound system maybe, you know, the wiring harness, that's kind of what I'm getting. I don't know why. Something with the wiring harness in the front of the car, something with the wiring in the front of the car. And I also feel like there's a lot of like fantasy here for whatever reason. And maybe before now you couldn't really bring this in, or like you've had these thoughts or feelings or emotions for this person, but like maybe you only talk about it when you're drunk, or this person only talks about it when they're drunk, or I don't know, something like that. So you kind of feel like you're stuck in a situation. Maybe this person is kind of, but I feel like it's more mental than it is physical. So just remind yourself of that. If you're feeling trapped, it's in your mind, not necessarily, you know, you're physically stuck somewhere. What are the messages for Taurus? Some of you guys are growing when it comes to a skill, a talent, whether or not you went to school, doesn't really matter. It's not where all education comes from. Some of you guys are moving. I don't know if it's saying like hypothetically, or, you know, maybe you are moving into a more stable place when it comes to your career, when it comes to your home life. Whatever it is that is interesting you, whatever it is that like you're thinking about a lot, maybe there's something that you do that is expanding. And for some of you guys, there's energy of dwelling on a family situation, and whether or not this comes from a childhood wound or not, a lot of the times things do. So the number 7 and 9, maybe between those ages, for some of you guys, could be your 7th and 9th house. I do feel like some of you guys are really, really good at communicating, but when it comes to the whole expression, so you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom about something, and you're good at it, right? And you probably know that you're good at it, because let's face it, it's not like Taurus is actually like, you know, self-conscious or anything. It's important to have patience and understanding and be supportive of people, especially when you have feelings for them, because things are kind of weird right now for you. There's a cycle that you're not ending, something that you can't get over. There again with a Capricorn for some of you guys, or just maybe coming to this place of you know, self-reflection. I think that you guys are doing this so you're growing, you're getting more in tune with your emotions and how you feel about things, and that's going to fuel your movement forward. I mean, there could be someone hanging on to you, but I also feel like some of you guys, it's hard for you to let go of certain things, especially when it comes to family, home. You know, we get in a routine. We're all creatures of habit. So there's an innocent way of speaking your truth sometimes, and you can do it in a friendly and gentle way instead of, you know, full-blown there's a need for some of you to discern the difference between a situationship, a relationship, or a marriage partner, because some of them, not everyone fits into those categories. They're separate categories. So if you're in a situation or if you're in a relationship, then how do you move a situationship to a marriage? I don't think that you do. I think that you can try, but there's also a need to release some things, even though it's probably been a part of your life. Maybe it's emotions involved, whatever the case may be. Some people, it could be even affecting your health or vice versa. Gemini. What are the messages for Gemini? Something with your heart, Gemini, or someone's heart. Maybe someone has you on their heart, or they want to communicate these emotions to you. I think that if there was a fight with someone, I feel like it can be worked out. I feel like someone feels like things were lied about, things were done behind someone's back. I feel like there's a lot of hurtful things that were done here, and so someone definitely has their guard up when it comes to you. But I do feel like for some of you, this person doesn't hold any grudges, but they're not really going to let the same energy close to them anymore, probably for a good reason. For some of you guys, your intuition is being heightened. You're kind of, I don't want to say you're too far out in the whole spiritual, astral, but some of you guys stay there a lot, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. But if you're dealing with people on the 3D, then maybe there's a lot more communication that needs to be said here. There's more expression that needs to be said here, because while the fantasy is cool, and if you're on that level with another spiritual person, cool, but at the same time, maybe it's easier to stay in a fantasy than it is to be in the 3D and have to actually say things out loud. I'm not really sure. Some of you guys, your communication, especially when it comes to like your emotions, comes off really cold and rigid, and maybe that's how you grew up, that's how your parents were with you, but at the same time, that doesn't have to define how you move forward, and just being aware of how you speak to your children, or, you know, your self-talk, even though, you know, a lot of the times we take opinions of ourselves that our parents had and we give them to ourselves. We don't have to keep those labels. Maybe peel the sticker off and, you know, work with your own energy. What is the messages for Pisces? Some of you guys are keeping things to yourself, especially if it has to do with health issues for some of you. Maybe someone's not communicating to you about it. I feel like there's definitely a cycle here that has to do with health and finances that is at a standstill because someone's still not really opening up. Someone deals with the public. Maybe they're a communicator. Maybe they had a degree in mass communication. There is also a hormonal imbalance here for some of you guys. There's something to do with imagination and shipping and travel, whether or not you have a business or this is actually about, you know, traveling, maybe going on a cruise. Maybe someone doesn't have enough money to give you the things that you want outside of a certain extent because they just don't have the finances. Maybe it's important to remind this person, you know, regardless of having money, that, you know, that doesn't matter all the time. Or I also feel like someone lashes out. Maybe you have a child who had a fever. They could be really angry. Maybe you're not getting a lot of sleep. But I do feel like moving into new energy here, things will be balanced. Things are going to be balanced out in this. But it's also, you know, they say that manifestation starts in the imagination state. So being mindful of what you're thinking about, what you're dwelling on, what you're daydreaming about, because Pisces, you like to stay in the daydream state, and sometimes people need you on this level too, you know, and maybe people aren't really aware of like what it is that you're thinking, what it is that you're feeling, and that's keeping a cycle from closing, and it might be detrimental to certain other aspects of your life at this time. If there's anything legal, I think it will be wrapped up. I feel like, you know, if you're dealing with someone who maybe they'll decide to open up, maybe they'll decide to talk about things, maybe counseling. I do feel like this person knows what they want and they go for it, and then there's this new spark of moving forward, even though it may seem uncertain right now. There will be an end to that. So maybe getting a new routine, maybe getting a new job, maybe working in the health and service field for some of you, or home-based healthcare. Maybe a nurse, or, you know, people that go to people's houses, whatever that's called. Probably different in every state. Sagittarius. You guys have a way of making people laugh. You have a way of working things out. You have an effortless knack for, you know, I think you're just like a bright energy. You're very loyal, honest, you're funny people, you're patient, you're not afraid to tell the truth. Maybe Spirit just wants to gas you up a little bit if you've been feeling down, but it's never going unnoticed. Some of you guys are in, or you are a public image, or this is something that you want to do more of. They're saying, you know, if you and your partner do this together, or you have a partner, something like that, I feel like you guys are a force. You know, you have a really good partnership with someone that shares the same things, or maybe it's just like taking the little bit of heed the advice, you know. Just know that you can make whatever work. You have a way of understanding that surpasses a lot of other people, and that could bring you a lot of fame when it comes to your career. For some of you. Yes. Why are you talking to? I'm doing a video, Mama. So I think that you're feeling like things aren't really going your way. You've done a lot of research on this. Maybe you're going back to school. You are in school. Maybe there was some things with some friends of yours. Maybe people around you are broke. Maybe they, you know, so it's like hard to hold up people sometimes. I do feel like you're tapping into more of your energy. I see intuition, I see third eyes really here, but maybe they're saying do a little bit more research and studying on this if this is something that you're interested in pursuing, you know, going within, spending some time alone, finding that place for just yourself so you can communicate with your guides and have that meditation time or whatever, you know, because I feel like it's important that you take care of you as well, because some of you guys need to do like a cleanse or a detox. Could be with some different arteries. Sagittarius rules, like, I think it's sciatic nerve, it's like your hips and your stuff like that. If that's out, you know, I feel like it's really intense for you guys, but it's like maybe the energy is trying to move throughout your body. I don't know if you do yoga or you do dancing or whatever type of stimulation. There are different stretches that you can do for nerves. I feel like there's something that's a little bit off here for you, and that maybe could be affecting, you know, how you think and feel at times too. There's something to do with a good spirit or friendship here. And I feel like it could be a person, but it could also be your guides. Someone that's with you that wants you to do well and wants you to remember that you're a solid, cold piece at the end of the day, you know. Someone definitely wants to communicate with you, but I don't think that they're necessarily on this realm, if you know what I'm saying. What are the messages for Virgo? Some of you guys could be talking with someone on the phone. Maybe this person, you're not really sure about them. I feel like it is a good partnership. Someone who's really nurturing and kind. Someone who knows how to give and receive. Someone who wants to go out and do things, but also wants their freedom. So maybe you're not sure if you should take the risk. I think that you should. Maybe you're undecided because of past things. Yeah, some of you guys are really guarded about things in your life. Not like, one thing I know about Virgo is you guys don't really talk to people. You keep a lot of things to yourself. And in doing so, there's a need to cleanse, because you have a lot of toxic energy that's built up inside of your body. And it's a lot to do with stress. And you know, you guys don't handle stress well, but it's not really your fault because you have a lot of anxiety and you pick up on so many different energies. There could be something that's going to require you to rest. You know, this could be something that's an acute illness, so it's not long term. But I do feel like, you know, a lot of things are genetic for you guys. And some of you guys, it's from your mother's side of the family. So whatever she could be dealing with. I think that it's important for you to hold your head high and move forward. And even if it's a little bit slow, you know, you are making progress. It's just about, you know, having your guard up is one thing and pushing people away is another. But at the same time, there's like things that, like thoughts and emotions that you don't really have to fight, because you know kind of what decision to make, or this person does. And even though they come off in a certain way, that's not necessarily... maybe they haven't told you, you know, that certain things about how they feel and whatever, because they don't really know how. And that's just going to take some time, but they will be telling you the truth. Scorpio. Something to do with communication skills for you, Scorpio. You have a lot of wisdom and intuition. I feel like a lot of Scorpios, there's been a lot of upgrades, which is why I've been kind of MIA, because there's been a lot of intense things that I process when I sleep, and just, you know, my life in general and my own health. I've kind of taken a break. It doesn't mean that I'm gone. So like, I appreciate everyone who sticks with me. Just know that I'm not like leaving. I'm just processing, for lack of better words. Some of you guys feel like you're stuck in a situation. I feel like because there's a karmic lesson here that is at a standstill, because maybe you're not opening up, maybe you're still in an observing state, you're still in a processing state, so you're not really sure. Like maybe there's a few different energies that are offering things to you, but there's still one that you're not able to move on from. So you're kind of like standoffish and stuff, like you protect yourself a lot. But at the same time, like there's still one person that you just don't want to let go, whether it's a friendship. I feel like maybe there's a need to take care of either yourself or this situation. Maybe something to do with communication in your local community. Maybe it's talking to people in your area, something along that line. But I do feel like, you know, you guys are known for being loyal and family oriented and hardworking, but for whatever reason, things have been kind of at a standstill, and that's because there's more that needs to be revealed, and a new opportunity here is here. Quiet. Any messages for Aquarius? something here is going to be worked out. If you're in a fight with someone, I feel like if you're having medical issues, get a different opinion, get a different doctor, because there's a lot of nutritional deficiencies. I don't know if it's you or someone in your maybe a child, but at the same time, don't believe the hype and what everybody says.
Like I said, I can bring this.
Yeah. So there's something to do with eyesight and allergies, and also something to do with teamwork. So I feel like maybe you guys are, it's not about, it's like mental exploration, but it's also about traveling. Maybe it's about just knowing that maybe if you have allergies, it affects your eyes in a certain way, and it might not necessarily be your eyesight, but it also could be maybe time to get your eyes checked. I do feel like you guys hold a lot of things in. You're stressed a lot. Whatever energy is built up needs to be released and, moved around. I do feel like you have this new opportunity here for whether it's a new job. I do feel like it's some kind of hidden talent or something you're going to be exploring that could get things moving for you. But in order for this to move forward, you're going to have to learn to work with other people, work with both feminine and masculine energies, balancing them out, because that's the only way that this could work out. I do feel like there's a lot of regrets here from the past, whether it's you or someone else, and it's just time to have a conversation with this person and open up that throat chakra. And I mean, at the end of the day, other people don't hold back, so why should you guys? That's how I feel. You don't have to keep everything private all the time, it's just keeping that toxic energy inside of your body that will just cause more problems. What are the messages for Cancer? So, quiet, please.
Mom's trying to do something. I start my ball raining. Okay? Come on.
I feel like there's kind of some petty energy around you, Cancer, for whatever reason. Maybe when you're drinking with people, or some kind of wound that you carry on your own that there's a lot of healing that needs to be done here. Maybe you guys don't really play well with others, for lack of better words, but at the same time, your intuition is really strong. So it's like you understand a lot more than you say, but at the same time, like, maybe it's hard to have a conversation with this person. It could be a child. Maybe someone gets really disrespectful at times. I feel like you're kind of conflicted on how you want to talk about this or handle it, but at the same time, like, enough about this to talk about it with them, even though they're kind of an asshole sometimes. There's something to do with genetic. There could be something to do with your mouth or your womb. There's some kind of things here that need to be looked into, and it's something that, is just in your family. The Spirit does want to encourage you to, accept support, know that you're supported, get some rest. I feel like, I do also feel like for some of you, you have this energy of a fire sign who really wants to get to know you, and I do feel like they have a lot of emotions for you that they don't know if you feel the same, or there's just a lot of confusion around that. Capricorn. Some of you guys could be having issues with your ankles, your nervous system, or something to do with blood and circulation here for some of you guys. Some of you guys, I'm not going to be... some of you guys could be doing some pretty heavy drugs that could take you out of your character, or vice versa. So it might be time to keep an eye on that, because, I mean, it could even be medication, but it's pretty specific. Just because you have an addictive personality and you represent, like, all of addictions, it's probably hard for you guys. Honestly, it would be hard for me to have that energy and not do drugs sometimes too, but it's kind of fucking with you, or it could actually be someone you're dealing with, and you might not know that. I think that someone does some things when you're sleeping. It's like affecting your money, your stability. someone's really manipulative, and I don't think you have any idea, to be honest. And I don't want to say there's another person involved, but I feel like there's definitely an ex for some of you guys that this person is still talking with, speaking with, has emotions for, or is the reason why this person does certain things. Someone could be hitting the bottle pretty hard because there's a lot of emotions that they don't know how to express, and it could even be a father energy, to be honest. It doesn't necessarily have to be another person, but in a way, Capricorn, you are this person that's like holding yourself back. And I'm not trying to be rude at all, and I'm not judging, I'm just saying. Anyways, I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hopefully this doesn't take 17 years to upload, but that's all I have to say. Bye.